Okay, so we're doing IVF treatments, and I'll be mixing the MENOPUR injection, all right? And what we're doing is the sodium chloride, okay, let me hold it right. This is the sodium chloride solution. Basically, it's just water. We're doing 150 what is this, 150 milliliters, I guess, it's a little liquid. So we're doing 275s. So this is the powder. I have 2 of them. This is 75. So I'm taking one of the liquid into 2 of the powder. And I have the syringe. And this is the long needle, which we'll be taking off and replacing with the small needle when we inject it into my wife. I'll be mixing it because she's working tonight. I'll mix it up. I'll bring it over to her job, and it's a subcutaneous injection, so we'll either be putting it into her arm or her lower belly, depending on how she's feeling tonight. And people who are using the longer needle to mix these all up, I don't know if you're not getting these. I don't know if you're not getting these little caps to do it, but use this. This makes it so much easier. Definitely use these if you have them. So let me get all my stuff together, and I'll show you how to do it. I'm not a medical professional. This stuff is so simple. So let me get my stuff together, and I'll show you how to do it because it's very easy. Hang out. I'll be right back. First things first, always wash your hands. Everything is sterile, so keep your hands clean. I wash my hands first. Very good, it's a good idea. So do it anyway. You may not like it. Plus,
no worries. Use hot water. I should probably take my ring off, but whatever. Yeah.
so here, this is what I like to do. We'll take the big needle off, and I'm going to use the cap that is provided with the MENOPUR. All right. Now everything is sterile. The only thing you don't want to touch is this piece here. All right. So I will pop this out of here if I can. This I can just get out of here. Push this, turn that onto that. All right. We're going to take these. I want to leave these 2 together. Just pop this out of here. All right. So now I have my solution and my medication. You don't have to use this because these tops are essentially, they're still, but I still like to, I will. The good thing about using this is you don't have to mess around with the sharp needle on this piece here. You could just turn it over, all right, and pull it out. Kind of adjust this here. Hold on a second. That might work out better. That's better. Sorry about that. Now these bottles here are under pressure. So if you see, as I pull this out, if I let it go, it'll pull it back in. So let's pull this out. I need all of this fluid. I like to push it back in so that I get the air out. I only want the fluid. Having a hard time. My left hand doesn't work as good as it. All the fluid. Keep my hand here. I let the air in, and that's it. I have everything. Okay. Where am I? There I am. So now all of the liquid is out of the jar. And I have all of the liquid in the syringe. Now all of the liquid, including some air is in there, but I just pushed the air back in. All of the liquid is now in the syringe. I will pop this off. Put that there. Now here is the first bottle of the powder. Put that here. Where is my second? Put that down. This is the first powder. Now I'll reuse this. Here. First bottle of powder. Pop that on there. Push it down. And this powder is gone immediately. It's hard to see because the label wraps all the way around. But this instantly disappears. Gone. Now what I want to do is turn it over and pull it back into the syringe. All of it. Now I need all of this because I have to pull it all out. Make sure I get it all. Put the air back. Put my hand here so it doesn't move. Take this off. Pop this off. Now this is the same, I use the same one that I used for the first bottle of medicine. I just put it on top of the, another one with the powder. This is the bottle with the second powder. The lighting in here is terrible. Pop it on top, turn it over, and just put it in there with the, inject it in there with the powder. So now the one bottle of liquid now has 2 bottles of the powder. I just kind of tilt it a little bit so I make sure. Now that powder disintegrates instantly, but I just want to make sure that I have it all. Now we only inject one cc, just to the 1 here. We only inject to the 1 here on the syringe. Obviously, you got to make sure there's no air in the syringe. You got to get all these bubbles out. But there's plenty in this bottle, so if I lose a little bit, I'm okay. Flick it a little bit to make sure the bubbles disappear. Now at this point, these bubbles aren't disappearing, so what I'll probably do is remove this, put the little needle on, and just draw it in, because these little bubbles aren't getting out of here. But that's pretty much how you mix the MENOPUR. All right. If you have any questions, I will leave comments open. And if anybody has any comments, maybe how they, oh, see, there you go. They're all out. So what I will do is, I'll probably go over to the sink when I remove this, because I've had this is under pressure. I might have said these little bottles are under pressure. So I'll probably go over to the sink when I pull this off, because I've had an issue with these little things, with it kind of squirting, and it kind of gets all over the place. But it's good that there's quite a bit in here, so if you lose any, you can always, we only need, like I said, we only need 1 milliliter, or 1 cc, whatever they call it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, but, you know. All right, thank you. Okay, so excuse me. So what I do from here is I take this piece off, this cap, and I put this down here. This is the smaller needle that we do the injection with. We take the smaller needle and put it on. Don't ever touch this piece, because this piece needs to stay sterile. And that's the needle that we do the injection with. It's a small, can you see that? So that's the needle that we do the injection with. Again, it's subcutaneous. It's done in the arm or in her lower belly. And I just let her tell me where we're doing it. We usually put an ice, we'll put that on. I'll give her an ice pack. So what we'll do is I'll give her an ice pack, and she'll put it either on her arm or her belly, just kind of numb it up a little bit. And then I'll take an alcohol pad and, put it on the area. But an ice pack will really, put an ice pack on there for like a minute or two, and it really numbs the area, and it'll help, put this, in her. So it kind of, that helps out. Put a little alcohol on there, just jam it in there. After do the injection, we, count for like 10, count to 10, so that we know that it takes, and, pop it out. The other thing we do is Gonalef. We're doing 300. We're on 300 milliliters, I guess. So that's just a pen. You turn it to 300, you inject it, and you really have to push that. It's like a little button at the end. You really push that down hard. Again, it's the same. It's a subcutaneous injection. Arm or belly, we alternate. So it's really just a matter on how she's feeling and where we're going to inject it. This and this go into a Sharps container that we have. Everything else we just throw in the garbage. because it's just garbage. So like and subscribe to this channel. I do a couple of videos that you might find interesting. And if you have any questions or comments, concerns, please leave them below. I'm interested in hearing what anybody has to say. If you're doing IVF and you want to let us know how your process is going, how your journey's going, please share it, because we always like to hear how everybody else is doing. All right, thank you, and we look forward to I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you for watching. Like and comment, and please subscribe. Thanks.